Lesson 10. Today we continue stocking our tool belt. Now we know from Lesson 3 that we have to dwell on what we want in our lives. Well, we're going to take that to the next level today and discuss visualizations. Now what I mean by visualizations is conceiving, creating something in your mind. It's imagining an achieved goal in great detail with emotion repeatedly. It's phenomenally powerful because our minds cannot distinguish between something real and something vividly imagined. Let me give you an example of this. Bishop's University conducted a study on visualizing to increase physical strength. 30 male athletes were assigned to 3 groups. The first group did nothing different from their regular routine. Group 2 performed strength training for the hip flexor muscle. And Group 3 was led through an imagery of performing the workout that Group 2 was actually doing. Now, after 2 weeks, the hip flexor muscle was tested for strength. Group 1 had no change. Group 2 saw an increase of 28% strength in their hip flexor muscle. Now, what about Group 3? What do you think they found with Group 3? Any increase, and what was it? Come up with a number. Group 2 had 28%. Well, Group 3 increased the hip flexor strength 24%. And they hadn't worked out at all. They had only imagined working out. And they increased almost as much as Group 2. That's phenomenally powerful. That's the power of visualization, and that's the power of our minds. And there are a lot of other studies that prove this same thing out, and they're all very interesting. But what we want to know is, how do we use that power? How do we channel that power into creating our beautiful life? Well, visualization is mental performance. It's imagining, it's picturing ourselves. So, you want to be healthy? Picture yourself healthy. You want to be a loving parent? Picture yourself a loving parent. You want to be a great student? Picture yourself a great student. Are you thinking, it can't be this easy? Well, it's this simple. Easy is something very different than simple. And visualization is hard. It takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of self-discipline. But it's this powerful. It's this phenomenally powerful. As a matter of fact, it's so powerful that I would be remiss if I didn't give you a safety rule with it. And this is vital. This is vital. Don't use visualizations without using this safety rule, because it won't bring you to your beautiful life. Every time you visualize, you must visualize yourself and your loved ones with the gold fruit, with peace, love, and joy. It's imperative. Years ago, I heard a story about a man who was obsessed with owning a Porsche. He visualized himself driving a Porsche every day. He got brochures, he went to dealerships and test drove them. He even got the Porsche jacket. Well, he eventually did get his Porsche, but it bankrupted him and it drove his wife away. It didn't bring him joy, it brought him despair. He had no balance in his vision. He thought the Porsche alone would ensure happiness. Well, we know that's not the case. We know we have to have peace, love, and joy. And so every visualization we have is going to include the gold fruit for ourselves and our loved ones. And here's today's gold nugget. Life gives you what you ask of it. So be careful what you ask. Be careful what you visualize. And we all already visualize, don't we? Every time we imagine how something is going to go, We're visualizing it. We're attracting it into our lives like a magnet attracts steel. Romans 12:2. Be transformed by the renewal of your minds. Now, renew means to restore to perfection. Well, we are wonderfully made. We were made with powerful minds. Be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Do you suppose the Creator intends we use the power of our minds to create good for ourselves and for others? Well, we want to use this power to create good. We want to use our minds to create good, to create our beautiful life. So we're going to come up with a master visualization, our beautiful life. And we're going to dwell on it every night as we're falling asleep. And we're going to remember 3 things about the visualization. And number 1, the detail of it. Number 2, the emotion with it. And number 3, how often we create it. Because that's exactly what we're doing, isn't it? We're creating that. First in our minds and then in reality. So you want to live in a new house? Picture yourself in the new house with your loved ones, everyone happy and peaceful. What's the floor plan? What color are the walls? How's it decorated? What do you see when you look out the windows? The more detail, the more emotion you have with your visualization, the more your mind will grasp it. The more your mind will see it and create it. Remember, our minds and the universe go to work immediately, bringing our visualizations, our thoughts, into reality. This is a mental law. Its application is universal and constant, like all the other mental laws, whether we're channeling it to create what we want or whether we're unknowingly damaged by its application. And visualizations are effective in little things too. Getting a parking place in a busy lot, making a flight, doing well on a test, making a sale, making a goal. As you have success with these little visualizations, you'll be more devoted than ever to creating your master visualization. And today's exercise is to start on your master visualization. Get a picture of you in your beautiful life. Get the detail of it. Have emotion with it, peace, love, joy, and visit it every night. Every night as you're falling asleep, hold that visualization in your mind. Embrace a detailed image of yourself and your loved ones with an abundance of peace, love, and joy. May God bless you, and may God bless your journey. See you next time.